What's up, YouTube? This is Rob from KY Constrictors, and I'm coming to you live via the Rat Shack. That's right. Welcome to my Rat Shack. Okay, so here's the deal. Several of you all have asked to see my Rat Shack. It's nothing, glamorous or even widespread. I'm gonna make millions. I'm not even gonna make hundreds. Let me tell you, this room right here, it costs, but not as much as it would to feed all my snakes. So basically, I save, but I pretty much produce what I use what I produce. Maybe help each other out. This ain't a facility that supplies, chain pet stores with their rats. I may supply one or two people every other week or so, 4 or 5 a month. I do supply a mom and pop pet shop with maybe 15 rats a month, something like that. It's been a while since I've been able to, because I've had issues trying to figure this whole Rat Shack house out. Some of you all asked to see this, so here you go. This is my Rat Shack. It's in the video. Thanks. Like, subscribe. I'm just playing, guys, but not about the like and subscribe. Make sure you like and you subscribe, because you wouldn't be able to see something like this. That's right. I got hairless rats. Well, I got some hairless rats, as you can tell. Pinky back there. This shack has awesome lighting, by the way. You just stand back and look up and say, yeah, you can see me pretty good, right? That's because of that. Yeah, I installed that. These 2 racks here, right here and here, may look familiar. That's right, because I used to have them in my snake room in the house, but not anymore. I have my Rat Shack. Anyway, if you can't tell, now this one's all nice, pretty, and clean. It's a brand new rack, and I just recently added it a couple weeks ago, and it's already producing for me. There is my first litter of rats. You can see my Africans here. Hello baby. They're so soft and friendly. But as you can see right there, I have a little litter of babies. That's right, I do. Yes. Down here, these are my Africans. Right here, I kind of modified, the basic rack. Has this 1/2-inch mesh wire. You put the food on there, it pretty much sits down in here like so. Kind of sits like that. The rat comes up and chews on it. But in this one, I had to use 1/4-inch mesh, because the African soft fur babies can squeeze through the 1/2-inch mesh. So if you ever do decide to try to breed African soft furs in this type of rack setup, first off, you have to make sure that the gap is tight, no bigger than that. You have to make sure, oh yeah, I'll show you something else with this. but you want to use 1/4 inch mesh because they will escape on you. But I'll show you something here. For their food tray, I used 1/2 inch mesh for that same reason, so you know the food can sit down in there like that. The rats come up and nibble on it, whatnot. This one here is a fairly new colony, and I have a 1:5 ratio in here. But as you can see, plenty of little pinkies. But this is just my normal black and white, gray and white. I think there's one Dumbo in there that's a gray mom. I do have several fancy colonies as well. This being one of them. These are all black fancy rats. Some are pet quality. How I get a beige baby from a black rat is this is a Rex, black Rex right here. And that's a Rex rat. So this is the first step if you want to get into hairless. I give chew blocks for my rats. As you can see, they definitely utilize them. It helps keep their teeth down and stuff. But some of these get kind of weird. Take a look at here. And this one here is just another standard, you know, black and white rat colony. Definitely used for feeders. This one here has some albinism, I guess you could say, in the clutch or in the colony. Clutch. But definitely I have friendly rats. I like playing with my rats just as much as I do my snakes, and if anybody gets into this and you don't enjoy rats, I don't suggest you try it. So yeah, there's Mama, she's albino. She's definitely preggers again, as you can see. Some of these little black and white ones are rather sketchy. They don't like you being in their home, and who can blame them? Now this right here is a repair job that I had to do from a chew out. I had to get rid of a colony because once you get a chewing colony, you'll go through tubs like no other. So you're just better off pulling out that whole colony. You don't want your rats getting out, guys, because they are invasive and they will take over. But as you can see, that little beige looks just like her mama. You scared the shit out of me. Looks just like your mama. Here, take your baby. Oh. Anyways, you can see how the colors range. If you ever been bit by a rat before, you trust me, you definitely are weary and you pay attention to what they're doing, because they will grab a hold of you. A little blue and white rat there. And here's what's interesting: when you mix the beige and the blues, you get these like almost like a brindle colored rat. And I've been trying for the tricolor rat, but this right here is as close as I've came. Right there. Let me see if I can get her out. As you can see, she is. It's okay, Mama. They're a little sketchy, but some of them I play with more than others. Now this one right here, she will pack a baby around her whole colony the whole time I'm messing with them. As you can see here, this was a little fuzzy. You can definitely tell he's going to be a black and white rat because of the skin color. That's actually little tiny hairs. And here's another albino Rex right there. I actually accidentally had her in my culling tub one night, and I picked her out, and I said, no, I can't get rid of you. So I turned her into a breeder. This is one of my hairless colonies. I tried hairless before, and I learned from my mistakes. I actually had 4 hairless moms with a hairless dad, and they were just destroying whatever babies they had. It's like they cannot produce enough milk. I learned that from a breeder, a local breeder. He's bigger than I am with the rats, and basically you want to have a couple haired moms in with your hairless females. You can see right there, she's a complete hairless. All these are het for hairless, so anything they produce, half the babies will be hairless. And right here's the hairless dad. He's one I produced. As you can see, they feel, I mean, you think like the hairless cat and everything, they're real soft. This is a Rat World's version of the scaleless ball python. You know, they have no hair. As you can see, they're basically a naked rat. And that's Pinky right here. I nickname her Pinky, and I'm probably going to call the dad Brain. But anyways, that's a new operation here. I got a new colony I started a couple of weeks ago. These here are all, I bought all these rats except for the male because I wanted some fresh blood. It's something you need to think about if you want to breed rats, is always maintaining fresh bloodlines. That way you don't get mutations and 4 back-legged rats, so you ain't got 6 legs or Brad's ball pythons. I'm just playing with Brad there, but if y'all haven't seen that, he does have a 6-legged rat. You're gonna get mutations regardless, but you see right there how nice they are. And there's a big pregnant female. Some of them get a little nervous. But anyway, new babies. Let's close this bit back real quick. That way I can. Right there is what a little baby newborn African soft fur looks like. They look like little werewolves, and let me tell you, these things are not slow. They are lightning fast, so you better be ready for them to move, because they move like this right after birth. You know, right now he or she, let's see what you are here. That would be a female. She is trying to figure out where the rest of her family's at, because she's starting to get cold now. And we'll just simply place her back. As you can see, they are very family oriented. You take one away and the rest of them go looking. That's something I've noticed about them, you know, that they stick by each other's guns. You might have 1 or 2 wander out. What I mean by how they chew their food. Again, right here. You know, there, sweetie. If you look, they look like a common house, you know, field mouse. How their eyes bulge out. I think they're cute. And definitely, if you ever touched one, you would know why they call them African soft furs, because they are soft. Let's check out some more rats here. I got some more gray and white and black and blue. And here's my boy. He's a good boy. Males are a lot calmer than females, let me tell you. Let me show you. See? See? It's crazy. If you all want a pet rat, males. Go with males. I mean, females, I mean, if you mess with them. You can see this one right here. Look at that. Ain't that just precious? Anybody that doesn't like animals, yeah, these probably aren't going to be the best thing for you. But if you're watching this video, you're probably an animal lover anyway. So, this bin right here, I gave them benefit of the doubt because they had a huge production rate. And here are some of my prize rats that I consider prize rats. Like fancy, you know, this is a blue Rex. To me, that is top of the line quality for a pet rat. As you can see, that there's just a regular Rex. Okay. That's a sweet rat there too. Thank you. Yeah. But as you can see, it's dinner time, so I'm gonna let that colony be. This is my blue Rex and brown rat colony. This is actually one of my oldest colonies, and I'm probably going to let it go here in a couple weeks. The male is actually still pretty young though. But they're blue and they produce Rex. They're all het Rex pretty much. Some of them being visible. There's a blue Dumbo in the back, mama. She's pretty good size right now. Right here. She's prego. You see my male there walking around like, what are you doing? This is my family. Leave me alone. Yes, I have a couple extra in that bin, but there's reasons behind that. And I'll tell you right now, you may have seen an old video of mine where my daughter named this rat right there Coco. And I was actually getting ready to cull that rat one day. And my daughter comes running in and telling me, hey, no, stop. That's my rat. That's my pet rat. So I didn't cull her. She bit me in that video. And I've had her ever since. And she's going on about 2 years now. And pretty much, I don't have the heart to cull her. Some of these others, you know, you kind of get used to them. Big Daddy there, he's a Rex, if you can't tell by his patchiness. He's got a big old head on him. His daddy was Goliath, who passed away. He was a big rat too. And, you know, he looks old, but he's not. That's just the hairless part coming. Hello, buddy. Snipple just scared him a little bit, but that's pretty much it. This is my rat house. This is where it all begins. This is where the food source for KY constrictors comes into play. I have all these are regular rats, and the top 3 are regular rats. These being hairless, these being a hairless maker, those being a hairless maker. And pretty much 15 tubs of rats, 3 African soft furs. Everything's insulated pretty well. I keep a heater in here to keep the heat up. Also, on warmer days, I have a exhaust fan that will suck out any of the ammonia smell. It really doesn't smell too bad in here right now, and that's because I try to keep them clean. There's sometimes, you know, life gets in the way. They'll go a couple extra days rather than what I want them to. But For the most part, I keep them, you know, that's pretty clean bedding, you know, and that's 2 days old. So, check out another little pup here. There's a little black Rex rat that I got. You can see the new whiskers. If you mess with your rats, you can definitely turn them into a nice pet. They enjoy getting pet behind the ear. Definitely like being secure, holding on. This is a male, I believe. Yep. The way you can tell is you have, of course, the bulge, but the spacing between the butt there and the penis. The female would be about halfway. See if I can find a female. Here's a little Dumbo. And that would be a male as well. I love the Dumbo's ears. How they just stick out. But he's a Dumbo Rex. Black and white. Definitely cool animals. And they're so smart. I've seen many videos where people train their rats. Trying to find a female. Right, here we go. See? And another thing you can do if you're wanting to sex your rats is, you see how there's nipples on this one? That's female. But the genitalia also, how it's a little bit closer. The male appendage would be here. So that's something cool. Learn every day, don't you? Ain't that right? You're so sweet. Ain't that so sweet? This right here is where it starts. A good diet for your rats. Every now and then they'll get little extra treats, scrambled eggs and stuff, but that's very seldom. Missouri pretty much keeps everything that they need. You know, this is formulated for rats. So, like I said, I'll give them treats like this that have a little bit of extra stuff in it for them. But for the most part, 98% of their diet is that. That's where it starts. You don't have a good diet for your rodents, you won't be successful with breeding them. It will become a drain on you. And then in turn, you're still going to have to buy the bulk of your food for your snakes. And that's something you don't want to do. My suggestion is do what I did when I first started out and reach out to somebody who knows what they've been doing, who knows what they're doing, been doing it a while, and can give you some pointers. Sometimes people are very secretive about that and they don't want to help you. I've ran into that too. You know, they would assume not tell you nothing so they can keep selling them to you. And I'm not like that. If you're wanting to start breeding rats, you all have my phone number. I put it on the beginning of or the ending of my intro in every video. You can just text me. You can also email me. My email's in the description of every video. Any questions you have, I'll be more than glad to try to help you out. But this is it. This is my rat house. It's not much, but it does me, and hopefully me adding this rack here will help supply some of my customers. I've been pretty much going on these two for a couple years now. Adding this one definitely helped out. I used to keep these Africans in tanks, and that didn't work out for me. They were pretty much eating their babies. I still got to finish out the water system, but for now I'm using water bottles. They're actually I don't know if you do or not, but if you're watching this one, evidently you do, so make sure that bell's turned on. Yeah, be good or be good at it.